The Warriors are sitting at the top of the standings early on, and recently they have impressive wins over the Celtics, Thunder, and then yesterday the Mavericks. The first couple weeks, they had an easy schedule, so it was easy for others to downplay their success. However, I was still impressed because Steph Curry went down with an injury, and unlike last year where the Warriors were 3-5 without him, they went undefeated and still looked like a competitive team. Their most impressive victory without Curry was against Houston, who actually looks like a playoff team early on. It feels like the Warriors have their swagger and confidence back, like the 2022 season where they won the title. It's early, but they are looking elite on both ends of the floor. They have a top 5 offensive and defensive rating, and they are the only team who ranks top 5 on both ends. They are also second in points, second in rebounds, and third in assists per game. And yesterday against the Dallas Mavericks, they proved two scary things for the rest of the league. Steph Curry is still arguably the best player in the league when he's at his best. That was the recipe to their most recent title run. He dominated that second half, 25 points, and 12 of them took place in the fourth quarter. And then Draymond is still one of the best defenders in the league. Curry immediately made sure to mention him in the post-game interview, and those two things were the fabric of why they made a run a couple years ago.
Don't let anybody forget what Draymond did on this end of the floor, playing the 5 against their size. As many plays I made down there, he made the same amount on this end. So.
And Steve Kerr is obviously trying to lighten the load on these two veterans, so they are at their best late in the season. Steph Curry currently is averaging 29 minutes per game. The last time he averaged under 30 minutes in a season where he played more than 5 games was in 2012. Along with him, Draymond is averaging one of the lowest minutes at 27.5 minutes per game, which makes their record early on even more impressive because it's not like they are just getting carried by superhuman Steph Curry performances. They are doing it as a team on both ends of the floor. Everyone laughed at Steve Kerr's 12-man rotation idea, but early on, it's working. And not only that, it's building trust from top to bottom on that roster. And get this, their second leading scorer is currently Buddy Hield. He's averaging 17.6 points per game in 24 minutes, shooting 8 threes a game at 38%. His minutes alongside Curry this year have been nuts. It feels like the Splash Bros are back. It turns out Hield and Curry have an offensive rating together of 127.8 with a defensive rating of 95.8, and that would be a plus 32.2 net rating. And that's the thing. They have found a role for Buddy Hield on defense. He's basically a free safety out there. I'll let Draymond Green explain.
We were all laughing the other day, and he was just sitting there looking at us like we were crazy, and then he started laughing because he kept chasing the ball. And on some teams, I'm sure they'll be like, yo, don't chase the ball. We're like, great, okay, he's chasing the ball. We're going to figure out what we do with that. We're going to figure out how to make that a positive. Okay, that's who Buddy is. He's going to chase the ball. Great. We're all laughing about it. That's what's been one of the most beautiful things about this place is we don't ask you to be anybody that you're not. If that's who you are, buddy, you're going to chase the ball? Cool, great. We're going to figure that out and use that to the best of our ability.
And again, that's the thing. Their team is filled with guys who can play defense and guard multiple positions. They have 5 players averaging 2 deflections per game. Podziemski leads the team with 2.7. Draymond Green second with 2.5. Steph Curry third with 2.4. De'Anthony Melton fourth with 2.3. Kyle Anderson fifth with 2.1. Every guard has been feisty defensively. Brandon, De'Anthony Melton, Steph Curry, and then Gary Payton. Both Melton and Payton play like they are closer to 6'5" than 6 foot. Plus, they got multiple guys with size who can guard multiple positions. Andrew Wiggins, when he's locked in, he's one of the best on-ball defenders in the league. We saw that years ago during their finals run. Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody bring size, rebounding, and versatility. Then Kyle Anderson and Trace Jackson-Davis are Walmart versions of Draymond Green, especially Kyle Anderson. This team has the pieces defensively, hence why they are tied for first with 41 contested shots per game. They are also second only behind the Rockets in rebounds per game. And I have to shout out the veteran Kevon Looney. He leads the team with 8.5 rebounds per game in just 16 minutes. He's also currently second only behind Nikola Jokic with 4.4 offensive rebounds per game. That's a big reason they are second in rebounding. They average 14 offensive rebounds a game. The team has 6 players at least averaging 1 offensive rebound per game. They are getting 16 points a game thus far off second chance points. And overall, this team as a whole is just doing the little things incredibly well. Do you believe the Warriors are back, or is this early season stuff fool's gold? And eventually they'll come back down to earth? Let me know below.